Hi, lovely Libras. Yay, Libra gang. I'm just neatly inserting myself in there. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you so much for coming back for another Libra Astro Reels. As you know, you don't have to have any significant Libran placements in your natal chart in order for these readings to have messages for you. And you don't have to be watching at the time that I'm publishing this video for the messages to be for you either. Here's a card that's coming out. If you feel called and if something resonates, then chances are that's for you. I invite you and encourage you to use your own discernment. And if something doesn't sit well with you at the moment, I would invite you to take a step back, live a little, come back, maybe a day or two later, a few hours when you feel the call to, and see if it resonates then. Sometimes it's just that the energy hasn't made itself into the physical enough for your conscious mind to grasp it just quite yet. Okay, if you'd like to work more personally with me, we do pretty much everything. Thank you so much. And let's just jump right into the reading. So it's interesting because I'm seeing a Four of Cups energy here for you, Libra, but I'm getting grief energy. So have you been finding yourself kind of feeling a little lethargic, a little bit standoffish, a little bit triggered, a little bit sensitive? Any of these words, right? I'm getting the words copulative, okay? Interesting. Why would they say it that way? But I don't even think that's a derivation of the word copulation, but maybe it is. But let me feel into that. What do they mean? Oh, got it. Oh, no, not like that. But it feels like, have you been getting spikes in your arousal? Meaning like let's look at it from an energetic standpoint. Spikes all of a sudden in your desire to engage, right? Engage. Now, we're not going to keep it at this 3D level of just saying arousal. I just want to get laid. I just want to, because that's not the level we're reading at here, right? We're reading at a higher level of the field. And so what this feeling, this energetic energy boils down to is this now I just went higher and it feels more like an aversion. So let's talk about that. When we go lower into the field and look at the Eight of Cups, yep, walking away, see? 2 minutes, 22 seconds. When we go lower, it just feels like wanting to engage. Like I want to find somebody, I want to hug, I want to whatever, I want to have sex, I want to whatever it is, right? But then when we get higher up into the field, I just felt someone's grandmother energy, by the way, coming in here at this level. When we get higher up into the field, it feels actually like what is actually going on is you're experiencing an aversion to something. So as your friendly local reader / healer, I would invite you to really, when that energy peaks and you're like, I want to cling to this, I want to whatever, I want you to stand back and think, what is it that I'm actually running from? What is actually, because the arousal in the sexual region, the feelings like that to participate or engage in something with someone else or whatnot is actually a symptom. So hear that again. What you're feeling to engage in is actually a symptom of a root cause, and the root cause somewhere inside is causing, at a higher level, an actual aversion. And we know this. We understand this pattern. Sometimes people, it's like moths to a flame, right? In a sense, you're going towards something, or that's probably not the best example, but long story short, a lot of times we are moving through life in such an unconscious way, most times actually moving through life in such an unconscious way, and we make the mistake, understandably, of looking at our urges, our feelings, our thoughts, our emotions, our compulsions, and mistaking them as the thing that needs to be understood, instead of properly putting them where they deserve to be, in with the body. The body is not the root cause. No root causes of any issues. I don't care if you're looking in your DNA, blah, blah, blah. If it's found in the body, it is not the root cause, okay? And if you're having emotions and if you're having feelings and these thoughts, those are not the root causes. Those are symptoms of something else. In fact, the body is just a carbon copy. So it's just a carbon copy. Everything in the physical experience is a carbon copy of something already going on in a non-physical. And just as when you walk into your friendly local therapist's office and you tell them an event that took place and you tell your story and that happened yesterday and you're friendly local therapist is like, hey, it's not about that story, right? It's about you at 4 years old with your father and your mother and them getting a divorce and you being not, they can bring it back to that. And when you go into your friendly local healer, they take you even further back and they show you that what you were actually experiencing there can be found elsewhere at a more root cause. So you have to understand, whenever you're feeling emotions and stuff, they are driven by something other than that. So if you are in a place where you're experiencing something that is out of balance, like you overindulgence, spikes in whether it's something in the body or emotion or things like this, where it's not in moderation and not in stasis, is a clear sign that something's going on and that you should probably look at it. And today, no wonder we've got the Four of Cups. Interesting, going back to the card, because I'm like reading up on the ceiling. Don't ask. I have so many beautiful windows. I wish you guys could see them. They're all around. But anyway, Four of Cups is an aversion, right? I call it the no thanks card. No thanks. That's that card. So I would say, and really the nuance of the Four of Cups is when something that is for your benefit is being offered to you, you turn it down. So here we see you being in this aversion attitude when it comes to receiving something that could be for your benefit. There's the cups again. I love it, right? And then the question is why? Really? Why? So we're at this higher level. Why are you not wanting something? And on top of that, that not wanting or that aversion or that turning away from what is actually good for you is boom, manifesting for you as a lack of stasis. It's imbalance. It's overindulgence. And in particular, I'm getting sacral stuff in this reading. It doesn't have to be just sacral. I'm getting throat stuff. You're going to know if you're throat gang because you probably are over expressing, shouting, being angry. So a lot of us may be feeling anger rising right now. I know Mars is doing a little dance with a square dance, right? Is it squaring? Like Pluto, one of those things. Yeah. So a lot is going on. The temperature is rising in many ways. So there are so many reasons for us to really sit down and say, what's going on? And then look inside. So I would love to know what's going on for you. Look at the double card of aversion, Eight of Swords. There's something going on that you really need to take a look at. Now, as I felt into the next energy, look at that again. Look at cup and something boom, is actually being offered to you. So I'm seeing here that some of you may not like what it is that you are getting. So this could be a matter of discontent, right? I'm just discontented and that's why I don't want to receive what it is. And instead I'm running from it, running from receiving this thing, and I'm just going to go ahead and I'm feeling it in my loins. I'm feeling the desire to engage in other things, So that's that cycle that we're seeing. But again, we're going to step away from the engagement, the arousal, the this and that, the symptoms of what's actually going on. You not wanting to look at something. And for some of you, you're saying, I don't want that because I'm not content with it. I'm actually reading disgust a little bit stronger. So if some of you are saying it's just discontent and it's mild, I would argue that that's not the case. This is disgust. I'm being drawn to someone's feet. You guys are being asked to wash your feet, cleanse the feet area in an energetic way. When you're taking your showers, I always say just set the intention, because you are the creator being, set the intention that you're not going to hold on to what's hanging around there. A lot of times when we stuff things in, we stuff them down and they're hanging out at the feet. So the guides are always like, wash your feet, clear your feet, clear your feet, clear your feet. Sometimes up to the calves and the thighs, this energy is there. So a lot of times when you're in an energetic session with me, a healing session or intuitive counseling session, that's what we're doing. We're doing a clearing of the energy field in addition to any work that you need to have done and any downloads that need to come in. But I'm seeing that, there's disgust. So follow that energy. Why are you disgusted? And I got to keep it 100. For somebody here, this has to do with a marriage. But here's the kicker. How would you guys feel if you found out that this disgust that you actually have for something which you're misinterpreting and which is manifesting as a symptom of arousal and wanting to, for some of you especially, be sexual and engage and like it's spiking every now and then. You're like, where's this coming from, right? But how would you feel if this was a temporary thing? What if something just needs to come up and out? Oh, look, cute, ding, come up and out. And look at this hat. There's some, it almost looks like a mouth in there. The crown, your awareness has to, and your third eye awareness has to become aware of what it is that's coming up. And the thing is, you're so afraid of what's coming up, you don't even want to look. But not looking is what is extending this period for you. Now, it may feel all fun and games if you're feeling like compelled to overindulge and whatnot, but if you just watched a Virgo reading that I did, this is not the energy that you should be moving into the winter with. Now is the time to start looking at what is popping up for you. And that's so funny because look, I just did this and look at the card here. It looks just like how when I was just playing with the cards earlier. Look at that, 9 and 10. Get out of this 8 of Swords energy and just choose to take the blindfold off. Put on the third eye, call in your spirit team members. They're literally watching you watch this video, and they're watching me make this video because I'm feeling your energy and they're there too. So everybody's watching. So thank you for watching. But also when you're physically watching this video, just know that they're standing there watching you watch it. And just ask them, please help me to see what is coming up. For a lot of you, it is anger. Remember, disgust and resentment and bitterness and all of that, the rage and all of that, 11 minutes, 22 seconds are just repressed grief, sadness. There's something you have to allow yourself to feel. There's something you have to look at. I promise you, I'm off camera, but if I were on camera, I would give you a kiss just like that and then blow it. I'll just blow it, but you can't see me blowing it to you. And I promise you that your biggest fear is not what is going to be presented to you. You have such a fear that what is presented to you, the thing that you're literally running from watching and looking at and acknowledging and accepting about yourself, your biggest fear is that thing that you uncover is going to be evidence for your unlovability. But as we say on this channel, so much so I just want to be like, psh, everybody, including myself. Oh my God, when I did that, it was like 12-12, but we don't condone violence. This is a gentle wake up, right? The same thing we always say is the biggest misperception is that we are separate from God. If you have a belief, which we all do, because we're down here in duality, it's kind of, an occupational hazard, par for the course, right? You have that belief and then you work your way, evolving yourself, clearing your energy field, your blockages to sight, changing your perceptions back to the awareness of what you already know, but have forgotten because of your programming, that there was never a separation. Think about that. Because you have a belief at a very, very core level that there was a separation to begin with, you're going to give a meaning to that. I was cast out because I'm not lovable. And that gives a meaning to God or source or creator, whatever you want. God or source or creator is the kind of being or energy or source or force that loves conditionally. And I effed up. And so because I effed up, and I failed the one condition I needed to do, which was to be whatever God wanted. I failed it. And so therefore I was cast out. And now here I am suffering in my life. I'm unlovable, because if I were lovable and if I were worth it, God would never cast me out. Like, what am I doing? I'm such a loser. And guess what? All of that is running in your cute little engine deep in your energy field. Now we're talking about which levels of the field is this occurring in. And either way, if you have one false belief, everything is false because it's premised upon that falseness. And so you're going to have feelings and emotions that align with that. And so things are going to feel right. Oh my God, he just feels right. He just choked me, but he feels right. This just feels right. He's my soulmate, right? You're going to have thoughts that seem logical and make sense. Yeah, we got to do that. That just makes sense. I got to go here in the name of this, and I got to do that because that is the right thing to do. And then, all of these things are not trustworthy. Just going back to what we talked about in the beginning of this session, it's not trustworthy because you're not in the right frame of mind. perceptions are off. And so when I tell you that we're all just running from whatever belief we is popping up to align with the same core belief in separation. But the truth is, there was never separation. There is no such thing as conditional love. You are perfect just as you are. You just have to wake up, all right?